So a few people have asked me about my feeder setups. I figured this was a nice snowy morning to do it because it hides the winter mud. So here's a prime example. This is one of my creep feeders. Guillotine door I can catch them with. I get them trained. They eat in here. You can see they're eating out of that trough. So this one I have a trough. It's nice and easy for the piglets. This is another one. This is the first one I built. These are all just built out of scraps. A couple of boars we have. So these are, they just came out to be 7 foot by 4 foot. They're 34 inches high. I always keep one board a little lower to make it easy to get in. I mean, these are just out of stuff I had laying around. I don't get overly picky when I make them. They're just very functional. So we'll walk down here where these girls are at. I love these gate latches. I'd like to find more like these. These were here from the people that had horses before. So here's two of our girls. Now, some, depending on their height, like to stand in the barrel. Even when they don't need to, they just do. So that's Pepper, and this is actually Pepper's daughter. So this is a row of 4 I have in here. This is where I usually keep my sows when we're either bred or coming back from piglets or whatever. That's my big pasture here for now. You can see my individual farrowing pens with A-frames. So we have one there, one here, one there, and then we have that big L-shaped pasture up there. Now we're in the process of, we're just about done finalizing buying that barn and 8 acres there with it. So down in this corner right here off of this fence, we're going to add another large pasture probably this summer. But those barrels, I just take a 55-gallon plastic barrel. I'm kind of lucky where I'm local here. I know a guy that works for the local laundry company that does commercial laundry. And these barrels are how they get their bleach. So I get their bleach barrels. They're nice and clean. You just rinse them out. That's what I make my water barrels out of. So everybody's nipple trained. I ran outlets to where I have all my water at. Now, I ran into an issue here in the winter. I have a short somewhere. I haven't had time to figure it out on this one, so I have a few drag cords ran. But I did everything off of my out of my shed here, so everything's nice and centralized. And you can see I need to actually, I found with my bigger, basically with any of the adults, I need to raise that top lip up about 3 or 4 inches. I tried to keep it small just to keep things out of the barrel, but also just for extra strength. But I found a few that end up with a bare spot on their back because they'll rub their back on that upper lip. Doesn't seem to bother them. That's why I haven't really rushed to do it. But that's my feeder setup. I use these everywhere. All I do when I put them on, you can see how they're back against here. I put a 2x4 inside, or 2x6, whatever I have around, vertically in there, up and down with a post, and I use ledger locks or lag bolts and lag into the post. You have to make sure you have a good solid post, because if it isn't, they will work it loose. So down there, the one with the 4, I actually had to, I don't know if you noticed, I had to put a metal brace on that one. That post loosened up some from all 4 of those being there. So we just added a little reinforcement to it. And then this, for anybody that's curious, this started out as a free shed. That the outside was pretty rough, but it was structurally okay. So my wife and I did a little revamp on it. So when you come in, we have old freezers. And I actually just got this for anybody interested. When we butchered our last couple, I got this off Amazon. It was like $74. It works really nicely for doing our hanging weights. I need to finish up here. I ran a service out here from my shop, from my main barn, and I have my fencer, and then these 3 boxes. Each of these does 2 heaters. and I found what I need to do it. I have to get high voltage contactors for each of these, and I'm actually going to rig these off of a thermostat. These are all the circuits that feed my heat receptacles for the water. So I'm going to put a thermostat on here, digital, so when it's above freezing, I can, you know, set it for 38 degrees, 40 degrees, whatever, and they'll kick off instead of running all the time. And then we bring, usually enough for a week out here at a time, we'll bring straw and hay out and hang it up here, or store it in here so it's easier, you know, we don't have to go up in the barn every day. So hopefully that helps some people. But that's the gist of this. These creep feeders work so nice. I get these guys used to eating in there. Anytime I need to do anything, I just drop it down. Now this one I went a little fancier. This one I actually used a pulley because of how it was rigged here, and it works quite well. But that door just drops down while they're eating, and after you do it a few times, they don't even care. They just keep eating. Hopefully we'll have some piglet stew here soon. There's Heart. We put her in with Hank, who is a bandit line. Put them together for the first time. Interested to see how their babies look. So, hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day.